This is the plaintiff, Lucia Alonso. She says she owns a two-family home, and the defendants work for a real estate company that finds tenants. She told the defendants the rent was $1,500, and the defendants found her a tenant, but the tenants aren't paying the agreed-upon rent. Besides, the tenants the defendants found are seedy people with strange guests, and the place constantly reeks of pot. She's suing for $5,000 for misrepresentation on the defendant's part. These are the defendants, Dennis Benberry and John Peitler. They said they used to service 150 landlords, and this is the very first time they've ever had a landlord come after them for having a problem with a tenant. This case is very unusual, to say the least, and they're pretty sure the judge is going to see things their way, and they will walk out of here the victors. They're accused of finding bad tenants.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Lucia Alonso?
Yes.
You are suing Diversified Residential and Commercial Services Incorporated and Dennis Benberry?
Yes.
All right. And you are John, can you pronounce your last name?
Peitler.
Peitler. You are the owner of
Diversified,
and
correct.
he is your employee?
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. You're suing them for $5,000 for misrepresentation because, according to you, they misrepresented the terms of a contract that you are now stuck with on a work advantage program with a tenant who's not paying you.
Right.
What's going on?
Okay, they told me that the lease was good for 1 year.
Okay, you were a landlord.
Right. The lease
Okay,
is good
you
for
were
1
looking
year.
for a tenant. Mm-hmm. And how did you find them?
I was referred to them. Somebody recommended them.
Okay. And what kind of service were they going to provide you with?
It was supposed to be people that was on hard times, work. And what happened, these people don't work.
Okay.
And they...
So it was a government program.
Government program.
And the government was going to be subsidizing a portion of the rent.
Right.
Okay. Which program is this?
The Work Advantage Program.
Okay. But tell me about how this program worked.
When the program was together, these people would be in shelter. They were trying to get their lives back on track. And instead of being in shelter, some of them, of course, were working. If they could prove that they were working, they were given a city voucher, and then they were allowed to look for housing.
And then the city voucher would represent how much of the rental costs of whatever they found?
Well, it depended on the family size.
Depending on income, family size, but they could end up subsidizing as much as how much?
As much as up to $1,400.
Okay, so they tell you about the program. It looks interesting to you.
Right.
Because, of course, you know you're going to be getting your rent because the government's going to be paying it.
Right.
Or most of it. And then do you end up writing a lease? Do you end up agreeing to a lease?
They wrote up the lease.
Who did?
Diversified.
You didn't have your own lease?
No, they wrote it up for me.
Okay.
I didn't go to the lease signing.
Okay.
Because I had to go to work.
Okay. But did you sign the lease and send it to them for the lease signing?
No.
Is her signature on the lease?
No, it is not. She gave us authorization.
Authority to sign. Okay,
Correct.
go ahead.
They knew that the rent that I wanted was $1,500. Okay, and the government was paying $1,316. So the government was sending $1,266, and she was responsible for $50.
I don't understand that the lease I see says that she's responsible for 280 something.
No, 284. But what happened was that they signed the lease for $1,316. The city was not paying $1,500 for the rent.
Okay. So why does the lease say $1,300 and some, that odd number, $1,316?
Because that's what the program voucher was for.
But according to her, the tenant was going to be signing a piece of paper that said that they were going to be paying $284. You start talking to me because you're involved in this and you're the one who negotiated this, right?
Yes.
And you actually drafted a document for the tenant to sign that says that the tenant would pay $284 a month.
Yes.
Okay. And the $284 is the difference between what and what?
It's the difference between $1,500 and $1,316.
Okay. Does the government know about the $284?
No, we tell the landlord and we tell the tenant that it's between them. What we do, we guide them to help them in regards to that.
It's not between them when you're drafting it. You're drafting it. You're like you're
not on our letterhead.
complicit in it.
It's between them. They don't have to sign it.
Why'd you draft it? If it's between them, leave it alone and don't draft it.
Because sometimes some landlords need some type of guidance in regards to the
Well, I
process.
understand, but then don't say, hey, why are you suing me? Like, now do you understand? Was it your policy to draft these? See, the problem is this. The government wants to know, if they're helping someone with their rent, what the rent is. They don't want you to be squeezing in little side deals, because when you're squeezed, everybody's nodding, but everybody's squeezing, okay? Because when you're squeezing in little side deals, then the government thinks that they are helping this individual get a $1,300 apartment when in fact they're helping them get a $1,600 apartment. That's not right, because if everybody's cheating a little couple hundred here, then that's a lot of money that the government could have paid less in these programs. Now, I need to understand what you guys are. You are a private entity that was making, I guess, commissions from Work Advantage when you would give them a client and make a deal happen.
Correct.
Okay, so you obviously have an incentive to make a deal happen. All right. So now, what happens to you is that the tenants come in and they're not the best tenant.
Right.
Right. They sign a promissory note with you, which
Right.
you authored, to pay you $284
Right.
a month for a year.
Right.
The lease that you did with these folks is for 1 year, right?
Yes.
Was there a second lease for another year?
Normally, on the rider with the city can extend it to another year.
Yeah, but they can't do it without my agreeing if I'm a landlord. They can't just say, you know, I deem you to be entering into a contract.
No.
All right, what happened? You were saying, we'll talk about two things, the 284 and the 2 years. You're saying that you're now stuck with a second year because of them. How?
Because when I tried to evict them, I went to a lawyer, and the lawyer told me to come see him back in April of 2012.
But why? The lease says it's over April 30th of 2011.
Because Work Advantage has it for 2 years.
Is that because you didn't like declare the lease over at the end of the term and there's an automatic renewal? What's going on? Do you have any idea? Because these are your leases, right?
Correct. Correct.
So why do you think that a lawyer told her that you're in the midst of another 1 year lease? Did you sign another 1 year lease?
No, I did not.
But is there another 1 year lease?
No, it's
then
not.
Your lawyer's a fool. Because I don't know how your lawyer tells you, well, it doesn't matter. According to you, the tenants are violating every provision of the lease. They're in breach of everything. They're bringing animals in there. They're not paying you. And he's like, well, you're just going to have to wait until April of 2012. Of course not. Any landlord can evict anybody who's breaching the lease. So
I gave them
something's
a
wrong.
30-day notice. I gave them a 30-day notice,
And?
and I'm waiting.
Yeah.
So-
Did you get a different lawyer?
I left. I let them go.
I let him go?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so now you have a different lawyer who understands the
No.
law and that you can go in and you can go ahead and sue for eviction when a tenant
doing it on
breaches,
my
right?
own. I'm doing it on my own.
You can do it on your own. That's fine. Educate yourself. You are not hostage to the Work Advantage program, and you are not hostage to tenants who are not paying you and basically giving you gestures when you come to collect the rent. Do you live in the same building?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's nice. What are the tenants doing?
Well, right now, they come in the morning because they got into a conflict with the neighbors. The guy's doing tattoos in my apartment.
Oh,
and
running a tattoo parlor from the apartment.
And I can't even go in my own apartment
Okay.
because I called the police to go inside, and the police told me I have to go to landlord-tenant court.
Right. to
I
get them
can't
out.
do it. I can't do anything.
Well, if they're running a business and it's not zoned for business.
I don't have proof. That's the whole thing. I don't have any proof because I'm working. I'm taking care of my mom.
Don't you? How do you know then?
How do I know? Because people are telling me.
How do you know it's a tattoo parlor?
Because the reason why they got into a fight with the people next door is because he did a tattoo and it wasn't right.
Well, then you have proof. Wait, stop. You have proof. You have the people next door.
They're not going to come.
Okay,
They're not
well,
going to
then
come.
you don't have proof. And then according to you, they're smoking pot in the apartment?
Right, and I called
That's
the
good.
police,
All right.
and the police said they're not selling drugs. It's nothing big, so they can't come
It's
down.
nothing big. What if they want to smoke pot in the privacy of the apartment that you and I are paying for? Then that's their prerogative.
And I have a letter from my neighbor because he has a tenant too that he was trying to get rid of, but the tenant decided to move on their own. My tenant says she's not leaving.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. She has to leave. It's just going to take you a little bit of time that it takes to process the case. You are suing them because they what?
Misrepresented me.
How? How did they
Because
misrepresent to you?
they signed the lease on my behalf.
Right.
And they knew that
Which you gave them authority to do.
Right. They knew that I wanted $1,500. They told me that this program is better than Section 8, which is not, because
Did you tell her that the lease was going to be filled out for 13 whatever, because that's the only way you could do it?
Yes.
Did you tell her that the way to get her extra money was to have a side deal with this other person?
Yes.
Did you author the side deal?
No.
You authored. You told me you wrote it.
All we just did is help them.
Did you type it or did somebody else type it?
I typed it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's authoring it. She doesn't know how to write that stuff.
So is there a lot of fraud in public housing assistance? What do you think?
I mean, I think there is. I mean, when it's about $1, at the end of the day, it's all about yourself, and that's just over the limit.
Fair enough. You think there's a lot of fraud?
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
That people just get in there and they say, if I can make an extra $100 or $200 or $300?
They definitely do that, yeah.
You're going to be the tiebreaker. Well, not a tiebreaker, the last word.
I'd say, yeah, at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do, so.
Oh, so you're condoning it. Very good. Going inside the courtroom.
Do you understand that the rules of work advantage did not allow side deals that are not in the light and up with work advantage?
Yes. And we explained
so
that
you
to the
guys
landlords.
violated the rule.
We explained that to the
Your answer
landlords.
is she knew she was violating the rule too, so she shouldn't be able to sue us because both sides knew we were violating the rules. Have I got it? I can't hear your answer.
Yes, you have it.
Yes.
So do you have any proof that you told her that all she could get was 50? Yes or no? Answer my question. You can't remember, do you? You don't remember. You did, how many cases of these did you do a day?
We did a whole...
Yeah, so you did, anything I'm asking, if I'm asking you a question, you just don't know, just say you don't know. Don't lie to me and don't, give me the answer you think I want to hear.
Okay.
You have no idea. And you say they never told you
No, they're not.
that there was some cap of 50. Is that tenant paying $50?
no, she's not.
Okay, but that tenant's now on a holdover. Did that tenant ever pay the $284?
Yes, she did.
Okay, and she paid the $284 from what month to what month?
She paid it all the way up until October, but November I have not received.
Okay, so you mean I'm not understanding. You received
I received
October
it
of 2011?
2011.
Okay, I still only see that you have a lease until April of 2011, so I'm not understanding. I can't make them pay a supplement on a lease that they're not a part of. Do you have any evidence that there's another lease after April of 2011? Yeah. So I can't make them pay you because your tenants turn out to be deadbeats. That I can't do. Because they turn around and don't want to pay a supplement, or running a tattoo parlor, or have animals in there they're not allowed to have, or smoke pot, or yell at you, or you have to call the police. That I cannot pin on them. This whole little side thing, I would have if there had ever been a moment during that one-year lease where you ended up shorted, but there wasn't. You're getting shorted now, and there's not even a lease now. Get these people out of there.
I am.
Figure out your rights and get them out. But this part is not on them. However, shame on you. Shame on you. This cannot be your finest hour.
No.
Verdict for the defendants.
All right, so the plaintiff cannot collect in the courtroom. If you'd stand right over here next to her, both of you, what's your feeling on this outcome?
Oh, I feel that I was wrong because Diversify lied, and they prepared so many documents for the landlords.
Well, they were shamed in court, but that's not exactly, that doesn't pay you.
No, but the lease is only for 1 year. But when you try to evict them, it's for 2 years because the work advantage, the program that she has, is up to the tenant whether or not if she's going to move or not. It's not up to the landlord.
Well, so did you learn something in court
Yes,
today?
I
I mean,
did.
you're starting to do things on your own, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was this a good legal
Yes,
lesson
it
for
is.
you? What'd you learn?
Do a lot of research before you sign anything.
Very good. All right, right around the corner this way. All right, so come on in here. What's your feeling coming out of the courtroom after what you had to admit?
Well, we just helped a lot of landlords, and we just hope that the tenants that are in those apartments can at least be righteous and be honest with the landlords, and they can just work it out among themselves.
Speaking of that, you embarrassed about having been busted trying to scam the system yourselves?
Well,
A little embarrassed, yeah.
Harvey?
The judge made a really good point. Even if you have public assistance where the government approves the lease, if the tenant is violating the lease, the landlord absolutely has a right to evict the tenant.